What's going on, everybody? My name is Caden here, and the CEO and founder of Coach Hayward. Today, I'm going to be teaching you two super simple eating strategies to easily lose anywhere between 5 to 10 pounds a month and actually sustain it because you're not eating like a rabbit or a bodybuilder or giving up all the foods you love. So, I'm going to share these with you today. These are two proven methods that has worked for me personally. I've been losing about 10 pounds plus a month with one of these strategies, and also I apply these strategies on my clients as well. So, if you take these two strategies, if you apply them to your life, whatever one's more fit for you, you should see some amazing results here when it comes to your health and fitness and your fat loss. So if you do learn something new off today's training, make sure you do like and subscribe below, comment as well, whatever you like most about it. So that way more people can see this to get the help they want. All right. For those who don't know, I've served over 200 plus clients, specifically with train women 30 plus who want to permanently lose their weight, but take control of food, have a better relationship with it, build confidence back, and make this a life-proof transformation, something that's actually sustainable. So we focus on the mindset, the confidence, the habits, the routine side of things, getting those things on track so we can feel fully optimized and make a true transformation. So let's dive into today's training here, y'all. So food strategy number one, let me just shorten myself up here. Food strategy number one is going to be the 12-hour time frame lifestyle. So essentially how this works, the main steps is you want to do a 12-hour eating time frame. You want to have no food 3 hours before your bedtime. You want to go from Monday to Friday eating purely for fuel. That's the mindset. You want to have a cheat day on the weekends if you want to have cheat days and treats. You want to work arounds on Sundays, and then the protein is a huge one in a big breakfast. Okay, so how this looks here is meal number one. Let's say your final meal is at 8 p.m. because you're going to go to bed at, let's say, 9, 10, 11. So let's say you're going to go sleep at 11 p.m. So your last meal of the day is at 8 p.m., 3 hours before bed, right? So therefore, your first meal of the day should be at 8 a.m. So that's 12-hour time frame. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., you can eat. Perfect. Once we get that set up, the first meal of the day, you want to make sure it's very high calories and high protein. Specifically, try to get about 40% of your calories around there in for your first meal of the day and make it as much protein as possible, like Greek yogurt, eggs, anything to get that high protein in, a protein shake, whatever you can do, make sure it's as much protein as possible. This is very helpful. So if you can do that there for your first meal of the day, that's going to keep you very full for throughout your day, give you an amazing energy to function as well and feel so good. No crashes, no grogginess, nothing like that. Once we get the meal one on track, the meals in between, all you got to do here is just know yourself and your work schedule. Find out when you get hungry throughout the day and then insert a meal about 30 minutes to an hour before that time period. So that way you're not waiting too long to eat and then starving and then go eat some carbs or unhealthy vending machine food. No, you'll be prepared. So that's an easy way. There's no one size fits all to this, like 6 meals a day, 3 meals a day. It doesn't matter. Just find what works best for you personally when it comes to keeping full and keeping on track. So that's kind of what you want to do for the meals in between. Now, if you do this Monday to Friday, you want to eat for fuel, which means just eat literally to fuel your body. As much protein as possible, fruits, some veggies, stuff like that. Focus on literally just fueling your body, eating as best as possible. Then when the weekend comes around, after the weekend comes around, if you want to have a cheat meal on Saturday, for example, where you can still have the treats, some chocolates and pizza, whatever it may be, then do it. Totally fine. No guilt about it. Make sure it's planned into your plan. And then on Sunday, if you ever do go overboard, all you got to do on Sunday is fast in the morning for breakfast. Since that's going to be most of your calories, if you cut those out in the breakfast on Sunday, if you do go overboard on calories, then have your lunch and dinner. That's going to help you kind of cut around the calories to stay aligned with your goals even more. Very simple, but a very powerful strategy. And it's very sustainable as well. All right. So that's number one. The second food strategy that we want to talk about here is the fasting lifestyle. So this is for people who don't like to eat as many meals per day, who don't like to have breakfast in the morning. This is for you. So the fasting lifestyle, the steps here is very simple, 14 to 16-hour fasting period. This is basically what I'm doing, very similar to what I'm doing. 2+ big meals a day, 3 hours before bed, no food, and caffeine and water to keep full. So how it works here is, let's say you're finding meals at 8 p.m. First meal is going to be around 12 p.m. then. Okay, so about 14 to 16 hours of fasting. Once you have your first meal, you want to make sure, again, it's just like the 12-hour time frame. You want to make sure it's very high protein, eating for fuel, lots and lots of calories, around like half of your total calorie goal for weight loss. Once you get that done, then in the morning before that meal, if you need to, have caffeine, of course, to keep yourself full. After you have that meal, though, have some caffeine and water throughout the day to keep yourself as full as possible. Then go as long as you can until you have your second meal, and then have your second meal about an hour or so before you get super, super hungry where it's too late. When you have your second meal, same thing as the first one, high protein, eating for fuel as much as possible. If you do this from Monday to Friday or so, on Saturday or Sunday, it's totally fine to have a cheat meal. It's probably going to balance into your calories. If you're eating for fuel and eating very high protein and fruit during the week, you should be fine to have those cheat meals on the weekends, as long as, good control. Now, when it comes to cheat meals, very simple. Again, you don't have to really do much workarounds, because if you do the fasting strategy, you'll probably be eating less calories during the weekdays than even your normal deficit would be. So then when the weekend comes around, when you have those excess amount of calories, it's going to kind of like even out on a 7-day average. Okay, so that we don't really have to do many workarounds the next following days. Just know though, if you have a cheat meal and if you check the scale the next morning, you'll probably be up in weight, but nothing to worry about. Give it two more days or so, and your weight will be right back down, and you'll probably even making progress. Okay. So those are the two strategies right there. Very simple, but very effective. I've applied them both to my life. They work very, very good. Makes it so you're not deprived, because you can still have treats and treats and cheat meals, but it's balanced in. You're taking control of the food, and you have some structure, which is easy to build habits with, and actually make this a lifestyle so you can lose and keep weight off forever. Okay. If you enjoy this training, make sure you like and subscribe down below. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. If you want personal one-on-one coaching, accountability to help you make this permanent shift happen, message me on Instagram at coach.hayward, for some details, see how I can help you out. I hope you enjoy this training though. Have a happy weekend if you're watching this on the day I post it. I'll see you guys in the next training.